Hello everybody, this is Martin. I want to show everybody the teeth that I've got. This ain't even all of them. This is a probably half, maybe less than that even. Anyway, I found this one up on the upper part of the hill, and it looks like a shark tooth kind of thing going on. So this is like the biggest guy I think so far that's out there. As you can see, it's a handful there. Here was the other one I got from the one that's got his mouth around Rex's head. That was his size. So whatever he is, he's probably twice the size, because look how there's like no comparison. Anyway, I don't know what part of the mouth. I don't remember. I think that was already out, laying on the ground, so I don't know where it come out at. But anyway, I want to show you a bunch of these teeth. Like these are Rex's. These are Rex's teeth. See how thin? He's got there's a grooves going through them. That's probably equivalent to probably not a canine, but maybe up near the canines, because the way it's thin and pointy. This is a canine. I don't know I'm not really sure where this one come from. But it's kind of on the thin side, so I would say maybe it's, in a way it almost feels like a dragon's tooth, like the monster's tooth. Here's a little, these are front teeth, I believe, of Rex. See how your front teeth are always thinner for biting, and then you got this part comes down. Just want you guys to see that, that's how you can tell it's a tooth, especially when they got this piece here coming down, and then there's a groove going through here where the other tooth grows up through. So I think that's front tooth. This is like one of the near the canines, because it's kind of pointy, but it's thin. It's not really a chewing tooth. It's more like a biting tooth. Okay, and back to the monster. I haven't washed none of these. There's so many of them, I just didn't have time to wash them yet. We've had some bad weather. Now some of these, like this one, it's almost like it didn't form into a rock, a fossil. You can see all the textures in it. I hope see all the textures it's got in it. But if I was to squeeze this, I could break this up. And it's like, not quite rock, but it's like a dirt sand. But I think I could probably get DNA out of it, so I don't really want to break anything. But it's weird, there's a lot of teeth that are in this shape, and they just break. They just never got to the final stage of the fossil, of being like this. I believe this is a front tooth of that dragon. See, it's not very thick, and it's pointy, kind of, for biting. And these are all front teeth. A bigger guy, of course. You can see how much bigger. The same thing. It's got that groove going right through the center. But I believe that's a front tooth for biting, for ripping. When you're ripping the meat off a bone, kind of thing. When you're eating your chicken wing. This is probably more towards the back. I don't know. I don't think that's a front one, because it's pretty thick. I don't know. It could be. I'm no expert on teeth, of course, but see the texture? It's like a bone kind of texture. But this might even be sideways like that. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'll try to help you guys out, just so when you see something, you can say, hey, maybe that's a tooth. This is another, I believe that's a front tooth. I don't know, I think this area here might be what goes under the gum. And then you get that part to bite with. And you see that, when they bite, they break their teeth. And they fall out. I'll show you up here in a minute. I got some fangs. But anyways, you can see these look to me like front teeth. They're rounded, kind of flat, looks like they're for biting and ripping meat off. Here's a big boy. This is like a chewing, see, he's got the groove. going down through. That's a wide groove. This is the big guy. He's got all these big teeth. He's probably 3 times bigger than the one that's got his mouth around Rex. But see, this is a chew-in. I don't think it's a front tooth. That's probably more back behind the canine, but not the back teeth. Like this one here. Oh, that's heavy. See this one here? See I believe this area right here is what goes into the gum. So I would think the gum line is probably like right here. And this is like a back chewing tooth. See how it is? Just like our teeth, you know. You chew and sometimes you get stuff caught in your tooth down in there. Eating bread or whatever, you'll get stuff caught in there. But that's probably the same thing with them. They get stuck. Anyway, here's another chewing tooth. See how flat? It's got this area here. It goes down in the gum. I think these are all from the same guy, or at least about the same size guy. Then I got these other like chewing teeth. This one's still wet. I got it out of a bucket. I haven't cleaned it, of course, but it looks to me like a chewing kind of tooth. The one in front of the molar, like this, that's probably like a molar or something, wisdom tooth. But this is one I think just in front of them. Here's another big. This is from that big guy too. That could be a front tooth. Don't really know, but you can see it's definitely a tooth. See the shape of it. I think it's got a lot of black in there, like blood. These things are scattered all over that graveyard. I think these things just went after those people and just demolished that village. See, here's another one. I'm thinking that's almost like a canine. See, it's rounded. It's kind of like dull rounded. It's not pointy sharp, but for like kind of like for chewing or biting. There's no way of really knowing. Here's a big one. I think these all came from, except for these. I think these came from the same person, same monster. But see how flat? That's a chewing tooth, like a back or a side, up or down. Who knows? You know. I still haven't cleaned them. And this one I'm not sure, but it's got the same thing, flat on top, kind of flat on bottom. I think that's the part that was in the gum. The gum line's probably like right across here. But I don't know why they're flat here and flat there, and then it's got a weird shape. I don't think it sits in the mouth like that, but I won't know until I look at that creature some more. I don't know what y'all think. I see grooves going. This is like a wood grain going back this way, so I would think it would be up like that. And like I say, the gum, since this has a weird thing going on down here, that probably come out of the gum. Here's some smaller ones. This is what come out of the one by Rex. See how that's from down in the gum line. Gum line's probably right here. These things just fly out. They bite so hard, they don't care if they lose their teeth. They got so many teeth in their mouth, and they just keep rotating around more teeth. See, here's another one. It's flat on top. It's like near the rear. Probably not a molar, but back there in the back. I don't know. He had a lot of them. He had a lot of these all over. I mean, I was going like, if you think of it about the C shape of the mouth, how that mouth was in a C shape, I was finding them like every so many feet I'd find another one. And I'm finding too that they're pointed, some are pointed up and some are pointed that way. It's like they're like an X shape, so he can chew in all different directions. I guess he can chew just about anything. But if you look at these all look the same. This looks like it's been in the gum line, and that's got a little wear to it. It's not totally flat, but to me that would be a better to chew with. Chew your steak. See, here's another one. Flat there. I think this is the gum line down here. See, it's almost flat. but not quite. It's just got a little dip, which makes sense, you know. To me, that makes some good chewing power. There's another one. I don't know what these come from. I've been gathering them up and not paying attention. But this one's like a, I don't know, maybe that's more to the back too. Maybe it's an upper one. I don't know. And then here's these other ones that have like they're the same thing. They got this, it's like your back teeth. So I don't know if that's a molar for this guy. But I mean, if that's a molar and that's a molar, there's a big difference in these guys. Big difference. Here's another, I don't know. It's got a lot of texture to it. I don't know. I imagine that's the top to chew with, and the smaller end's down in the gum. Yes. So I got tons of that stuff. Now I got these that look like, I don't know, is that a canine or is that a fang? It's got a curve to it like a canine. And it's layered. You can see how it's layered. This is like, this one is almost I bet I could probably break this and crumble it up. But not as bad as some of them other ones that crumble. They crumble too easy. Here's another one that's like that. It's like, okay, is that a canine? Or is that a fang? I don't know. Needs to be clean. Then I got these here. This to me looks like a fang. See, it's very pointy. It didn't break off. And it looks like that would be out of the gum. The gum line, oops, see how it breaks? If I really threw this down, it would probably shatter. So it's not a complete fossil, but it might have the DNA. And then this is a thin one. I was thinking maybe this come out of Rex's mouth, but I don't know. It's got that same groove down the middle. The other teeth that come through. This looks like a fang. So I mean, does Rex have fangs? I didn't quite see any yet, but that's awfully thin, like his teeth. I don't know. Let's see, I showed you that one. Here's another one that was weird. I don't know. That's like a back tooth or something. You know, it's like this is the chewing side and that's the gum side. Maybe, or backward, maybe the other way around. I don't know. But here's one that looks like a canine. It feels like it's mostly dirt. I could break it. I don't know why they didn't fully go into the transformation of rock. I wish somebody could tell me. Probably Roger Spur could tell me. I need to send him some more letters. He writes to me once in a while, but he doesn't seem to want to help me out any. I think he thinks I'm trying to play a joke on him or something. I don't know. Anyway, this looks like down here, the gum line. This goes into the gum. I don't feel any groove. So I think that might be, that's either canine or fang. I mean, it's pretty thick. Could be a canine. It's got like a curve to it. These two here look almost identical. This one's a little thinner. I'm thinking it's like a canine tooth. It might be right around the canines. So we just don't know because what if it's a dragon? We don't know what kind of teeth we don't know. But this is the only way I can show everybody. This is what I got. Now look, this part here looks like it was down in the gum area. And that looks like a canine. See, it's got a curve, it's curved. It feels like I could break it. It's heavy, but it feels like it's more dirt and sand than it is a fossil. Okay, now this one's real heavy. I don't know what this is. I don't think it's a fang. It's pretty big. You can see compared to my hand, it's pretty big. It's got a lot of weight to it. Let's see. This might be the part that goes in the gum. So if it, say it goes this way, it's got an angle to it right here. See that? And then I believe that part goes in the gum. But I don't know what that is. I don't think it's a fang. Now this, I believe, is a fang. This is from that big boy. Look how wide the bottom of that tooth is. And then it tapers off. It could be like partially worn. It's got the groove through here. And it even has a groove through here. Maybe it's got another fang that comes through there. I don't know. But it's got several grooves on it. But it looks like it's really corroded. It looks like the tip he might have busted the tip of it. He may have chipped it at one time when he bit down. But it fell out, so he must have hit it hard to make it fall out. I mean, they either break or they either break at the gum line or they totally fall out. And this one fell out, so he must have hit something just right, made it fall out. Now this thing here has to be a fang. I mean, what else could you do with something like that? That would make a great puncture wound. But see, down at the bottom, it looks like the angles are in it. It looks like the gum line is down here. It's got a really weird groove, textured groove. Let's see if I can get it out here. Look how long that is. It's like a pickaxe. It's heavy too. It feels pretty solid. I like that to come at you. So I don't know who owned that one. Maybe the females have a different fang than the males. Because you would think, you know, big tooth, big male, skinny tooth, maybe female, maybe. I don't know. It's all guesswork right now. This is hard for me to say, but I would lean towards it being a canine because it's curved. It's not like a straight. See, these are pretty much straight. This has that curve, so I'm thinking canine. This one broke off. You can see down here. This is a fang. See how straight? It's straight up. The tip's not broken, but it had to take a hit for it to break off, and it broke off. I think if it was on this one, I think it would be something like that. You know, they're about the same size. Could be the same guy, just it broke off at a different spot. I don't know. Maybe it broke up here because it's kind of thin up here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm only guessing. I don't know. And here's the one that was at Rex's head. I didn't know what it was when I first saw it, but it's a fang. See, just like that. See, it's wide at the bottom. It's wide. That's where it goes into the gums. The fangs have to have more base support, I guess, to keep them in there. But when they go chomping down on really hard stuff, just like a shark, if they bite down on somebody's boat or something, they're going to lose their teeth. Well, this guy was chomping down on Rex, and he broke the tip first. You see it right there? The tip of it's broke off. So it's probably about another inch longer, so maybe an inch and a half longer. But you can see the size difference between these two. So that's Daddy. This is Baby. Anything I could figure. And I got this. Here's another tooth from the big guy. This is, I think, a canine. Because see, you got the curvature. It's pointy, but it's got the curve. And this part is in the gum line, like that. This one might be some sort of fang. I don't know though. I can't make heads or tails of that really. It's straight like a fang, but it does have a little curvature. So that might be a canine. Okay. Just about covers it. Got a bunch of little stuff over here. These are like little canines. I don't know. Not sure which is up on some of these. I mean, this looks like this would be in the gum to help hold it in the gum. So, I mean, I guess that's a canine. These look like canines, small canines. See, that's your gum. That area there goes down to the gum, and then you got the curvature to it. There's another one. So, I mean, you get to see what these teeth look like. They're definitely teeth. They have to be teeth. I'm pulling them out of the mouth, you know. They're right there at the mouth. I got a few others, but they're not worth really talking about. But as you can see, you know, these are the ones that really impressed me. This, like a wisdom tooth or molar or whatever, I think that would be. That's when you have to get an operation just to get them taken out. So I don't know how that fell out. Okay. This one, say it's probably a front tooth, because it's kind of thin, but it could be a side tooth. Well, that's it for now, I guess. I've got plenty more teeth, but you've basically seen all the different types. I don't know if this one goes with these guys or not, because I've only found one. Okay, I'm going to sign off here. Talk to you guys later. Bye.